Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. In today's video we are going to be revisiting a concept that I did a very long time ago, almost exactly a year ago in fact, and that is my blaze farm right here. This is the blaze farm that I built in my first ever video, the blaze farm tutorial. It is still up on the channel, however it's not that great. So we're just gonna come along here, we're gonna borrow some of these items. Can I click that? Doesn't look like it can. Alright, so we're just going to borrow some of these items, and I'm going to give you guys an updated version of this farm. And honestly, this farm, it isn't awful, but this whole thing with observers and tripwires and string and everything, it doesn't work that well. Especially if you are on, like, it'll work just fine on this, but if you're on a single player world and you don't have the greatest, or a survival world I mean, and you don't have the greatest computer running, it'll lag out and everything will go to heck. So, I'm going to grab myself a monster spawner and I will be right back with you guys. Alright, now that we've got our spawner, we're going to plop it down here, and I'm going to start off this video by first of all assuming you have a spawner and that it is a blaze spawner. And for those of you who don't know, these appear in nether fortresses. I'm pretty sure most of you would know that, but just in case you didn't. So next, you're going to come off your spawner. First of all, if you're doing this in survival mode, which I assume most of you would be, you're going to probably want to coat this entire thing in some block or another. And that's just to make sure, and you'd want to go 3 out all the way around. This is just to make sure that no blazes spawn on you while you're trying to build the rest of this farm. Because if that happened, that would be very unfortunate for you. So anyway, you're going to want to come out 3 blocks, and these are probably all solid blocks of some sort. And then on the 4th block, you're going to want to place your glass. You don't have to make this out of glass, but I like to, just so you can see the blaze inside there. So you're going to come out on all sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to take this, and you're just going to go all the way around and fill this in, just like this. So you should have hold on, I don't know how much it is. Oh. There we go. So you should end up with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You should end up with a 9 by 9 block all the way around this structure here. And once you have this, you're going to want to come down 1 block and go all the way around again. And you're going to want to come up 1 block and go all the way around again. So at this point, you should have a 9 by 9 by 3 outline around your monster spawner. You're going to come just around like this, and I'm going to run back over to this one here just to grab some nether bricks real quick. And now, what you're going to want to do is you can either go 1, 2, and go up 2 here. You can go up 3 here. It's all personal preference, really, how you want to design the top of these. I have done it with all 3. I kind of think it looks silly, so I prefer to do it with just 2 like this. And then in the corners, you're going to pop off each of these corners, and you're going to replace them with glowstone. And this is just to make sure that the area up on top of your spawner, or up on top of your mob cage here, doesn't get filled up with things like zombie pigmen, because you don't want that to be happening. I did this right? Yes, okay. And in fact, you're actually going to want, or I'm going to use anyway, these nether brick slabs all the way around, and you can fill this in however you want, but you're going to come in 1 ring with these, with a solid block, and then you could continue with the solid block, but I'm going to use more of the orange glass up on top here, just so you can check down from the top of your mob cage and make sure that everything is working just fine. And now I'm going to add just an extra ring around the top here, just because I think it looks nice, and I like my farms to look nice. So there you go. This is the beginning of your farm. This is your mob cage. You're going to come down here and you're going to add a ring of these slabs along the bottom, and you can use whatever blocks you want. It's not even important that these are slabs because I'm using doubles. This is just my way of decorating it. So you can come around here and you're going to excuse me, sorry. You're going to put a ring all the way around here like so. Then you're going to come down 3 with your primary block like this and put a ring all the way around here. And once you've got that done, you're going to take your smooth slabs out again, and you're going to go back around and add one more ring of the slabs. And it is sort of important that you don't necessarily have to be using slabs, but I would suggest using a different block for these edges, because this is going to help you distinguish where you're going to want to be placing your redstone. So once you've got your ring of whatever secondary block you want to use around the bottom here, you're going to place a temporary block here, and then you're going to fill in a second ring all around this pit here. So basically, you're just going to move the entire, you're moving the ring in one, and you're going to build another ring. Once you've got that done, you come down again with your primary blocks, go down 1, 2, 3 again. And I think you can probably see where this is going. By the way, you can leave off the corners. It'll actually make it easier if you do that now, because you'll probably be removing them later. So it's easier if you just leave the corners off. But as I was saying, it's probably fairly easy for you guys to see where this is going. You're just going to repeat this process until the hole you have in the bottom is just 1 block wide. Alright then, so once you've got your funnel all the way down like this, you're going to come down through here, out through the bottom, and it should look something like this. And I've removed all the corners because I think it looks cool. And also, while I was building it, it occurred to me, I forgot to tell you guys to place in glowstone here on these bits too. Oops, not there. There we go, right there. And this will help prevent mobs from spawning on whatever platform you build up here, because in order for a mob spawner to work, you have to be within a certain radius of it. So if you're AFKing down here where all the blades are collected, you're not actually going to get any blades. So it's easier, or it's simple enough, to just build a little platform right here. You can sit here with your blaze, wait for everything to spawn out, and then we'll build a little ladder, or you can build a minecart ladder or elevator to get you up to the top. Alright, so next you're going to want to come out of the bottom of this pipe you've just made here. Is this right? Yeah, that's right. Alright, and you can come down however far you like. I would suggest, I don't know, about this far. I don't know how far that actually is. Looks like 6. Yeah, 6 is good. It doesn't have to be this long. I just like doing this to make sure I give myself plenty of room to build redstone up in here. So yeah, coming down here 6, you can take out these 2 blocks. You'll want to put them back in later, but we can take them out for now. We're going to put little caps on the bottom of each of these, and then you probably take your primary block, and you can just build yourself a little platform right down here. Alright, now that we've got this in place, we're going to start building. Actually, you know what? We're going to pop up here, and we're going to start with the redstone. So, your pressure plates will be on these rows of blocks here. However, it is simplest if you leave the pressure plates off till the end, and you should really. Oh, did I do that right? Yeah, okay. You should start by taking each of these blocks. Oops, not that far. Taking all these blocks out except for the last block in the row, because if you were to place a piston here and a piston here and they both tried to fire at once, one of the pistons is going to end up getting shoved out of the way. You're probably going to break your farm. So it's easily avoided by just not putting a piston there. Next, you're going to I don't know how you're going to want to do it in survival mode. I usually have to break this block here and then lean over the edge and sort of finagle my way into it. But then you're going to want to take your pistons and play, oh gosh, that was a mouse glitch right there, and just place them in just like this. And again, you can do this however it's easiest for you. Obviously, I'm in creative mode, so I can just fly out the back and break it, but that's not really going to work in survival mode. So what I would suggest doing, oops, sorry, if I can get back in, what I would suggest doing is breaking this block, crouching onto this one, and placing a bit of scaffolding, so you can place another scaffolding block right there. But then if you just place your piston here, break your scaffolding, hopefully not your wall, and then I forgot how much shorter crouching makes you in this edition. I've not played 1.14 that much. But yeah, just place in all once you're done with that, you can patch up these holes. We're going to come back out, and I would suggest leaving yourself a little like service elevator or a little exit somewhere around here. I don't know where you'd want to put it. Maybe like right here or so. But anyway, what we're going to do now is I would suggest getting a block. I'm using polished andesite. I like the way it looks. But I would suggest getting a block that you know you're going to be placing redstone on, and nothing but redstone. And you don't want to place redstone on any other block but this one. And this will make sure that when you're doing anything, any sort of other project with this farm, you're not going to accidentally break your farm because you're messing with blocks. So now what you're going to do is, as you see, place a row of andesite along the back here, come down one, down out to the side one, and then place these blocks along here. And as I had said before, as I'm sure you remember, right here, and you're going to want one on the end here too, sorry. These blocks here are the ones that are going to have your pressure plates on them. That's why you want a different color, so you will be able to discern which blocks have your pressure plates on them when you're placing this. So if you didn't use a different block for your seam, just come down 2 blocks from the piston, and that's where the pressure plate should be. So anyway, you're going to want to cover this whole thing now with redstone. Come up here, place it along here, and there you go. Now, if we were to go inside and place pressure plates down, as soon as you stand on those pressure plates, these pistons will extend out. However, we're not going to do that just yet because it makes it a pain to build the rest of the farm. Now you're going to copy what you just did with this one, and you're going to come around and do it on all the other sides. Alright, once you've got this done, it should look something like this. It is a fairly symmetrical rotational symmetry pattern. Now you're just going to come down here, and you're going to do the exact same thing. So you can pop your way inside, just like this. Place in your pistons. Oops. Let's see. I want to leave this one here. You can place in each of your pistons. You're going to repeat the cycle that you did when placing the other blocks, and then you should end up with something that looks a bit like this. Now we're going to come back onto the inside, and at this point you can take your pressure plates and just coat each one of these here all the way around, and do this on all the levels. And then you should see that if you stand on these ones, this will fire. If you stand on this one, it'll fire. If we stand on this, I forgot to put in the redstone. Oh no. I appear to have messed something. I see. That's what it is, I think. Yeah, okay. So yeah, if you mess anything up, don't worry about it. You should probably notice it fairly quickly like I did. The problem with what I did was I extended it an extra block, which meant that the redstone signal couldn't reach. So now if I do this, this will go. If we do this, this one will go. And that is exactly what we want. So after you place in your pressure plates, you can come around here, place in your pusher blocks, just like so. You should see, if you land on any of these blocks, you'll fall down to the next level. And once you're down here, did I do that right? Yeah, okay. Once you're down here, you can place all of these pressure plates in. Add your pushers, and just repeat this process. Once you have that done, you can pop out back onto here at the bottom, and we're going to start working on your control panel that goes down here. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is to come down 3 blocks on either side of your chute here. Next, you're going to come out 1 polished andesite on either side, and then, make a ring that extends around this, like so, and then bring this ring out like this. So you should have a bit of a frame that goes around this like this. Now, I also forgot to mention, so before you go much further, you're going to want to come back out here and, oops, I fell. Replace all of this tubing up the back with, I'm not going to be able to break that, there we go, with nether brick fences. And then you can put whatever you want on the side. In fact, you can even leave it blank if you want to. I'm just going to take some stone bricks here and line them up the sides. And what this will do when the blazes are falling down through the chute here, I missed a block. There we go. When they're falling down the chute here, they're going to have an extra about half a block this way to fall. So they're not going to all get crammed into this bit, and they'll sort of come apart, and this will make it easier for you to collect more blaze. Alright, next we're going to break this block here and place in a redstone lamp, and now we got to grab some redstone components. First of all, you're going to want a wooden button. You can use any kind you want. I think I'm going to use an acacia because this would be in the nether, so give it sort of a red theme. Plus it matches the glass nicely. And you're going to want a lever. You're also going to want to grab a hopper and hopper minecart. Hopper minecart, and some rails, but we're not going to use those just yet, but we'll need them in a second. So you're going to place your lever there, your button here, and then what you can do actually is you can break out this floor here, and you can add in one of stone brick. And I would suggest making this out of whatever you made your little interface, your console out of. It obviously does not have to be stone brick. I just like the way stone brick looks. So next, we're going to come in here, we're going to break out these blocks, and you're going to want to put a bit of a base down here, and once you've got your temporary floor in, you can come around to the top here, place in a hopper facing into that block, add a rail, hopper with minecart, or minecart with a hopper, sorry, break the rail, make sure you break the rail, otherwise it's going to cause all sorts of shenanigans. Non-desirable shenanigans, I might add. Do this, put a button here, or any sort of power source, break all this, and this is just like this. And you could have used your redstone block for that, but I didn't think to. Now you're going to want to grab yourself a heavy weighted pressure plate, place that just like that there, and then you can patch up all this, and you can put you can put your glass in just like this. Now, while we're over here, we might as well finish the collection system, and you can do that just by simply placing an extra hopper off the first one, grabbing yourself a chest, and then coming down here. Oops, poor choice of block. There we go. Chest and a chest. There we go. Just like that. And this will collect all of your blaze rods for you. And make sure you don't cover the chest with any sort of solid block. If you want to, you could place like slabs on top of it or something. But this will just make sure that your chests, you don't lose any of your blaze rods. Now we're going to come around to the back. We're going to place a line of solid blocks down the back of this bit here. And then we're going to come to this piece over here. Break a couple blocks. Oops, I didn't. You don't want to break that one. That is why I use polished andesite. I should have known not to break that block just because of the color of it, but I wasn't paying attention. So, always pay attention to the blocks you're breaking when building with redstone. Otherwise, you're not going to be having a fun time. So, you're going to come out from this redstone lamp 3 here, and then you're going to come down 1 from where this block is. Place a block here, and then come out 1. Oops. Oh, sorry. This is supposed to be 1 lower. That's the problem. There we go. Come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is the exact signal length that it'll take to fill up with blaze in this chamber here. You can run redstone across all of these blocks, all these ones here, and then you're going to come, you're going to come off this block right like that. You're going to place a redstone torch here, then another block like so, redstone torch here, and this will also make it so that if you decide to, when it fills up on blaze here, this light will come on, and then you'll know it's time for me to clear out the system. You can also use this lever to flick on the light, and that will artificially activate the piston that we're going to be placing in over here, and that will also stop blazes from flowing into your system. You can patch this bit up here, patch this piece up right there. We're done in this little area. We'll be using this torch tower later. Next, you're going to come off this block here, like so. You can, in fact, just skip that one, I believe. Yes, just like that. And you're going to want to come around to this back here, break off this block, and you're going to want to break that block right here. And then make sure you replace your nether brick fence, otherwise, actually, might as well put the piston in now. Put the piston in, replace your nether brick fence, come back around to the back here. Now you're going to take a repeater, set it, you don't need it to be on any sort of tick delay or anything. Place this here, and this way, when you flick this lever or when it fills up on blaze, this piece will come out and it will stop any other blaze from flowing into the system, which will make sure that you don't get any sort of entity cramming damage. That way you're not wasting any blaze. All the blaze that aren't used, are the blaze that aren't in this chamber here and are getting blocked, will just be stored right in this area here. So some of those might start suffocating, but they're not really the ones that we're worried about right now. Next, you're going to come onto the inside here. You can break this block right here, place a sticky piston off that block there, and place stone bricks like so. Next, you're going to come over to this side here, go boom and boom. You're also going to want to build out a little platform here. It should be 5 long, 2, 3, 5 off that one, yep. Okay, 1, 2, 3, you can place a block there. Yeah, I'll just leave it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then off this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then off this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do believe you'll need one right here as well. I think so. Maybe it doesn't matter. Anyway, you're going to come off here now, and now you're going to take your repeaters, first of all, You can place a repeater here, here. Alright, now you can set this one to 4 ticks, this one to 3. Now you're going to come along here, place redstone dust here, here, and there. Now you're going to need to grab comparators and place them here, and then all along here. And then you're going to just want to place one more block right there. And this is a timing circuit, so that when you push this, oop, I fell again. Push this button here, the crusher block comes out, and this will go for the exact amount of time that necessary. And in fact, I would even suggest you could even shorten it by a little bit. And this will, depending on your tick rate, your game speed, and whatnot, you can adjust this timer a little bit to ensure that it doesn't kill your blaze. And if you're noticing that like some blaze are taking damage as they're coming down the shaft here, or by any of the pistons or whatnot, just adjust this timer a little bit. It will deal a little less damage, and then you can come in here with your sword and kill all the blaze. Now, you are just about done with your farm at this point, so if you want to come up here to the top, you could just pop your way up here, and if I set my game to midnight, /time set midnight, you'll see that blaze starts to spawn here, and we'll see if I manage to build this correctly. See, he gets pushed by that set of pistons, pushed by that set of pistons, and he falls into the hole. And I do believe I've forgotten. Oh no, I did remember. Look at that. I'm so smart. Yes, he'll get caught right here, and that's exactly what we want to happen. And just for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to pretend as if there's a full amount of blaze in here. He set this off himself. I'll hit this button. We can watch him die. We'll get crushed. And then, as that's happening, I'm going to grab myself a sword real quick. Come in here and hit him with one. Kill him in one hit, and you'll get the experience. Wonderful, wonderful experience. And blaze do drop quite a bit of experience compared to other mobs. So it's fairly quick for you to be able to get to level 30. Now, this is the end of the tutorial. So thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you're going to use this farm, or if you just enjoyed the tutorial, please leave a like and subscribe. However, I do have one more, I guess you could say, troubleshooting issue that might come up. And this will happen if you've got a bit of lag in your game. It could be caused by any number of things. However, but sometimes, particularly these pistons right here, and sometimes these ones here, the ones at the bottom aren't usually affected. I'm thinking it's probably the length of this redstone line that causes the lag. But these pistons will sometimes get extended and then they won't unextend. So your blocks will get stuck out, your blaze will get stuck, nobody's happy. So, to solve this problem, you're going to take 2 observers, and these can be a little tricky to place. You're going to place one, and I placed it too high. Yeah. See, you're going to want to place an observer, there we go, like that, facing that way, and just place a dot of redstone on top. And that will continuously update this block, or the arm of the piston if it gets stuck out extended. This will solve your problem. And you can just go around and you can do this on all the sides, and that will this will just make sure that your arms never get stuck out. It'll help your blaze farm run at full capacity. And if you're just nervous, you just want to make really sure that it's not going to break, or if any of your other piston arms are being extended, you could also place a block here if you wanted to save on redstone. And honestly, that's probably a better idea because it will cut down on lag a little bit. So actually, yeah, I'm going to go around and I'm going to replace each of these with the polished andesite, and that should result in the same thing, because as you can see, there's still a redstone signal being pumped through this. You can place a block on top, but I'm going to leave it just like this, because this way the lighting update's just one more thing to update this piston arm here. And so if you want to, we can come down here and just place in one more piston updater just like this. You can do it however many times you want to. You can even put one on both sides if it makes you feel better. But yeah, this is the complete farm. If you want to, this is a completely optional step. You can take an output from this piston elevator right here, and you can bring it all the way up to the top here, string it around the outside, and you can set up some lights maybe. So like if you're AFKing up here, you can look down and you'd be like, oh look, the light is on, means I'm full of blaze. And you can come down whatever system you've got to get down to the bottom of your farm here. Where's the entrance to my farm? There we go. Hit your button, get your sword, kill all your blaze. So yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments section. I love reading comments. Please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm starting to ramble now, so thank you for watching. Goodbye.